Barack Obama out of many, one. We all have stories, each and every one of us. This is one of those stories. It is a story of a skinny little boy with a funny name and how he became part of America's history. You've probably heard of him. His name is Barack Obama, and he grew up to be the 44th President of the United States of America. 네, 44번째 대통령 이야기입니다. Barack Obama. Barack Obama was born in Hawaii on August 4th, 1961. It was a time when not everyone believed black people and white people should have the same rights. Barack would help change that. Barack's mother, Anne, was white. She was from Kansas. His father was black. He was from Kenya. Barack was named after his father. 네, 아빠 이름을 따서 Barack이라고 지었대요. When Barack was 2 years old, his father moved far away. Barack and his mother lived with his grandpa, Gramps, and his grandma, Toot. Barack listened to his mother's stories and imagined the father he did not know. Hawaii was a wonderful place for a little boy. Barack played at the beach. He ate rice candy and roast pork and a Hawaiian food called poi. He went spear fishing with Gramps, and wherever he went, he saw many people of all different colors. In 1967, Barack's mother remarried. He and his mother moved to Indonesia. It was an adventure. A pet ape swung in the trees right in Barack's backyard. 2 baby crocodiles swam in a nearby pond. Barack and his friends played soccer and caught crickets. Best of all, Barack had a new baby sister named Maya. But there were sad things too. When Barack looked in magazines, he didn't see anyone like him. No one at school looked like him either. Barack felt different. He wondered where he fit in. And when he looked around, Barack saw that many people were sick. Many people were hungry. Barack's mother tried to help, but she could not help everyone. Barack's mother thought education was very important. She brought home books and speeches for him to read. Every morning, she woke him up early to study. Sometimes he complained, but his mother made him listen. She taught him the values she believed in: fairness, honesty, and hard work. Most important, she taught him that all people are the same inside. When he was 10, Barack won a scholarship to a school in Hawaii. He went to live with Gramps and Toot. His mother and Maya joined him the next year. Barack was smart, but he wasn't perfect. Sometimes he was sad, sometimes he was angry, and he still wondered where he fit in. That winter, Barack's father came to visit. He gave Barack a basketball. Day after day, Barack practiced. Toot always cheered him on. In high school, Barack joined the basketball team. He liked working with his teammates toward a common goal. At last, Barack felt like he fit in. 뭔가 이제 소속감이 들었다는 뜻이에요. Barack went to college. He visited museums. He listened to speeches. And he spent a lot of time walking and thinking. He remembered the poor in Indonesia. He remembered his mother's lessons about his own country. Not that long ago, people of different colors could not go to school together. They could not use the same water fountains. Black people could not even vote. Barack was inspired by the people who fought to change that. Soon after college, Barack got a job in Chicago. He helped people register to vote. He set up after-school programs for children. He worked to get people jobs. The more he helped others, the more he understood his place in the world. I discovered how my story fit into the larger story of America, he said later. Barack wanted to fight unfair laws, so he went to law school. One summer, he met a smart young lawyer named Michelle. Barack and Michelle got married. They had two little girls, Malia and Sasha. Barack thought the government could help people have better lives, so he became a state senator. Then in 2004, he ran for the US Senate, and he won. That summer, he gave a speech. 네, 미국 국회의원이 되었어요. He talked about the values his mother had taught him. He said that Americans are one people and we are all equal. There's not a black America and a white America and Latino America and an Asian America. There's the United States of America, he said. Barack's words filled people with hope. America was at war. People needed jobs. People needed health care. People listened to Barack and they believed America could change. They believed America could be better. People began asking Barack to run for president. 이제 대통령 선거에 나가라고 요청을 많이 했대요. An African American had never been elected president. Many people did not think Americans would vote for an African American, but Barack knew people were better than that. On February 10, 2007, he announced that he was running for president. For months and months, Barack traveled all over America. He talked about change. He talked about helping others. He talked about how together Americans could make the world better. Even kids could help. Each of us is free to seek our own dreams, but we must also serve a common purpose, he said. The more he shared his plans, the more excited people got. Pretty soon, Barack had volunteers in every state. They held bake sales and threw parties. They put up posters and handed out flyers. They went door to door and asked people to vote. 이제 지지자들이 많이 생긴 거예요. Finally, it was election day. All over the country, people came out to vote. Old people and young people, people of all colors, over 130 million people in all. Many waited in long lines. Some had mailed in their votes from far away. Some had never voted before, but when they voted, they all became part of America's story. When the votes were counted, Barack had won. Almost 67 million people had voted for Barack Obama. That was more votes than a president had ever received before. People danced and cheered and hugged each other tight. Many cried tears of joy. America is a place where all things are possible, said Obama. 이제 모든 것이 가능한 미국이 되었다는 말이에요. And he was right. On January 20, 2009, Barack Obama became the first African American president of the United States. Over 1 million people came to Washington, D.C. to watch the ceremony. Millions more saw it on television. 최초의 흑인 대통령이 된 거야. Around the globe, people of all colors came together and listened as the new president spoke of the values his mother had taught him long ago. He spoke of working together and helping others. This time has come to choose our better history, he said. And with that, a new part of America's story began. For the next 4 years, President Obama worked to make America better. He worked to end wars. He worked to make sure all Americans had health care. He worked to make sure all Americans were treated equally. On November 6, 2012, Barack Obama was re-elected for a second term. I've never been more hopeful about our future, he said. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from or what you look like. You can make it here in America if you're willing to try. But the story is not complete. In fact, it's just starting. Where does your story fit in the American story? You could help your neighbor or your school. You could even grow up to be president. Anything is possible. What happens next is up to you.